Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, masters. Whenever you are ready, please open your hands and place on your eyes. Yeah. Thank you all, masters, for this beautiful meditation. Welcome all of you, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. Thanks to our Guru, Brahmasri Pitamaha Patriji. Thanks to our Guru, Master Tarkam Saradaria. Thanks to all the masters, whoever is helping us with all the wisdom. And thanks to all the masters for joining all these sessions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome all of you for the 24th day of Karma Consciousness, Season 2. So masters, before starting, I would like to announce one small program. In the month of February on 14th, we are planning to conduct full night meditation on the occasion of Mahashivaratri. So Dr. GK sir will be in UK and he is coming to London. So GK sir will be joining all of us for this overnight meditation program. So masters, please be ready to attend this program. The details will be shared once we have details finalized. Just letting you all know. And one more thing is, master will be available here on 16th and 17th. If any of you wanted to conduct any sessions at your place, you can reach out to us so that we can arrange accordingly. Yeah. Thank you all. Let me share. Okay, masters, we are learning about this self-renunciation. So, we all have to cultivate this activity, okay, cleansing ourselves, purifying ourselves on a day-to-day basis, so that we can evolve in our spiritual life. And when we are growing, we have to cultivate the habit of giving. So most of us may not be completely into this giving nature. Sometimes we hesitate to give things, whatever we have. We tend to receive more, but we don't balance it with our giving nature. So when we take more and more things, we think that we are becoming more, but we are actually becoming empty. So people who do nothing but take become empty. So in order to receive great wisdom, great life, we have to start giving things. So whatever you are having, share it. Be it money, be it wisdom, be it time, be it your energy. So in whichever way it is possible for you, we have to cultivate this habit of giving whenever it is possible. Okay. And there is one more law, Master is telling that. So whatever is projected from a core or center departs from that center and then returns to that center. So we'll discuss about this a bit later. So we need to understand we will be having two energies, masters. One is electrical energy, which we radiate out, and magnetic energy, which we pull back, whatever has been radiated. So it is just like breathing is what Master telling. So this is how we attract things. So the self attracts everything that it creates. So if we are creating beautiful things, beautiful life, we attract beautiful things into our lives. But if we are creating any disturbances, if we are creating any evil things or any pollution, so we attract pollution into our lives. So this is applicable at all levels, Masters. So whenever we are acting from the physical level, our life will be at that level only. But if we're acting from the emotional level, so our life reflects the experiences of emotional level. Similarly, if we are acting from the mental plane, our experiences reflects based on that mental level. If we are acting from the intuitional level, so our life experiences also reflects that intuitional level experiences. So this is what the above statement, what our master is telling. So whatever is projected from a core or center departs from that center and returns to that center. So if you are resonating at that intuitional level, our life also resonates at that level. So life happens to you the way or at what level you are functioning. Your level of awareness, your level of consciousness, how much you are bringing that into your practice, into your life. That makes all the difference. That makes different experiences. So that is why some will be having a greater experiences, whereas some we struggle because we are vibrating at that level. So if we have to improve our levels, if we have to experience greater life, we need to raise our awareness, raise our consciousness, and we have to act from that awareness and from that consciousness. That is what is important, Masters. Yeah. So first, we become a physical entity. We become completely materialistic. Then we evolve and we start behaving from the emotional level. And then we raise a little bit more and reach to the mental level. So we reach certain state that we think that we are accumulating so much. But after so many lifetimes, after having so many experiences, we understand this is not something that we are. And that is when we start working towards our soul path. And we realize that it is not that accumulating is what we are, what gives us happiness. Making ourselves empty, giving away all the things. So when we start cultivating that, then we become, or when we strive to become that, then our life changes towards that. So we are all actually here to identify our own self, what we are, where we are from, why we came. So we all have a purpose. We all have a destiny. So until unless we find out and until unless we strive for that, we keep accumulating things in our lives. The secret to breaking this cycle is that we reach a stage in which we no longer radiate physical, emotional, and mental energies, but radiate only spiritual energies. So as long as we radiate with this materialistic life, our emotional life, our mental energies, our experiences will be limited to this kind of awareness only, this kind of consciousness. So as long as we with working with these lower level emotions or mentality, we create karma. We keep creating karma. We are creating many cycles for ourselves. So the great liberation referred to as nirvana. So only when we reach to that level, when we reach and when we realize that our own self, when we realize that emptiness is everything, and when we don't attach ourselves to anything, when we reach that nirvanic state, that is when there is no karma. So if a person radiates pure spirit without emotion, body, mind, there is no reaction. So this is how one is freed from karma. So we have to cross all these layers, our physical layer, our emotional layer, our mental layer. We have to cross all these. Only then we can become empty. Only then our actions have no effects. They don't have any further effects. They don't create any further causes. So cause and effect exist only in the physical, emotional, mental universe. Beyond this, there is no cause. This is the basic law of incarnation, reincarnation. So we all have to strive for these masters. So to be empty means to be free of physical, emotional, mental elements. So we have to keep cleansing ourselves. We have to purify ourselves on a daily basis. Instead of accumulating things, we need to empty ourselves. Emptiness has everything. So everything is evolved from that emptiness only. So the old man must die so that a new man comes into being. So all our old patterns, old behavior, old understandings, so anything that doesn't serve us, that doesn't make us, we have to leave them behind. One must resign himself to find himself. So we're all clinging to this ego. That is what Master is telling. One must vacuum himself from his ego. We do not know what a painful thing the ego is. All physical, emotional, mental, social, universal problems originate from the ego. Because we are associating ourselves with that I. I want this, I want that, it is mine. So from this, ego comes into picture. So we are separating. We are not seeing things unified. And Master is telling in a beautiful way again, ego is the divine self, misidentified with and blinded by the physical, emotional, mental natures. So Master is telling it is also a divine self, but it is misidentified. Because we are stuck in this lower level mentalities, physical, emotional, and mental natures. So when it is blinded, it does not know what it is doing. So we're all acting blindly here with our physical urges, emotional urges, and mental urges. We are stuck in them. So that is why it is very important. We need to be aware each and every moment. What kind of sensations we are having in our body, what kind of feelings, emotions we are having, and what kind of thoughts we are having, and how we are reacting or how we are responding. Only when we have awareness, we will be able to identify these things and take further steps. But if you are not even aware, how our body is behaving, how our emotions are, or how we are thinking, then we'll not be able to come out of it. So take time to observe how much pain, suffering, anxiety, noise, and fear we have because of your ego. So we are all suffering means we have the ego is what Master is telling. Ego does not let us to leave things. Where there is a clinging, where there is attachment, we are suffering with that. So we don't want to suffer, but we choose suffering. So ego is a separation from God. Renunciation of the ego is a process of entering into God, the whole again. So letting go is something we need to practice in our day-to-day lives, Masters. So in each and everything, we need to keep checking what we are clinging on to. Because our clingings, our attachments causes pain, suffering. So Master is telling, by increasing in light, you will be freed from pain and suffering. Only light can help us. Second, your knowledge will expand to solar and galactic space. Third, you will become a co-worker with cosmic creative forces. Beyond that, we do not know what will happen. The first step is to liberate yourself from your physical, emotional, mental pain and suffering. So unless otherwise we choose the righteous things, we choose righteous emotions, unless otherwise we do the righteous things, which will be uplifting, which will bring the greater beauty, greater joy, great kindness, great peace, great light. So without choosing these things, we will not be able to come into this path at all. So this is a every day, every moment activity, Masters. So Lord Buddha, Master is telling, Lord Buddha called his 500 disciples together. So Buddha was asking his disciples, do they want to become arhats so that they don't have to enter again into this karmic cycle with a great enlightenment? So every disciple said yes. Then Master was telling, Buddha was telling, then you have to renounce your ego. Only when you renounce your ego, you will be able to come out of this karmic cycle. And all their disciples practiced it and they all moved to that other states. They mastered it. So Master is telling, we cannot do this by drinking, watching television, gossiping, hating, criticizing, condemning, judging, all these things. So as long as we are busy with all these materialistic world things, by watching movies, serials, series, or gossiping, hating others, jealousy about others, showing our pride. So if we are stuck with all these things, Master is telling we cannot liberate ourselves. If we knew how beautiful the other worlds are, we would never want to stay here. So Master is telling other worlds are so beautiful. So if we know how they are, we don't want to come here at all. But we say, no, 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 I want to return to this. I want to read my newspaper. I want to watch my movies. So all this stuff. We cannot liberate ourselves because we are not ready for it. Yeah, that is one most important thing. We should be ready, first of all. So unless otherwise we are ready, nothing will help. Nobody can help us. One doesn't want to change themselves, change their inner behavior, inner nature. They don't want to come into light. Then nobody can help them. So until a person's natural cycle is totally transformed and his karma cannot catch him anymore, he reincarnates. So Master is telling here some beautiful examples. So each and every one of us went through so much tremendous shock and we lost the memory. That's why we come here on the planet Earth. Because when we come down, it is a dense matter. So we have to lose everything. So that's what Master is telling as an example or parable. So we went through a tremendous shock and lost the memory. So we forget ourselves and we are coming down so that we work on upon ourselves and we raise again. So we received a thought. This is actually happened, masters. The history. We received a tremendous shock in Lemurian times when all Lemuria was destroyed. So there are number of civilizations and there were number of millions and millions of years of story behind us. So there is one civilization called Lemurian civilization. So because of their acts, their civilization was completely destroyed. Again, in Atlantean times, when everything was sinking to the bottom of the ocean, we went through another shock. So again, there is another Atlantean civilization, a great civilization, highly advanced. Even they also got completely destroyed because of their acts. So now we are also like that. Now, if there is going to be a global atomic war, we also will go through a great shock. So it will take humanity millions of years to recover from that. So one wrong step will lead us so many lifetimes that we can't even imagine. So once Master is asking, why not work on liberating yourself now? So that if there are any shocks are going to happen, you'll be able to handle them properly. So one can think on the physical level, that is physical thinking that we all know. So at whatever level we are resonating with, but we limit ourselves to that level only, masters. So if you have to grow, we have to transcend all these levels. As we already we learned, right? So we associate ourselves with the body, with our emotions, with our mentality. We think that our emotions are us. We are the emotions, we are the body, we are the mind. So unless otherwise we transcend these, we will not be able to grow further. So we can rid ourselves of this by changing our state of consciousness. So Master is telling, if you think that you are 99% of the time about body and only 1% spiritual, then you will not be liberated. So you should be thinking in such a way that 99% of the time you should think about your spiritual work. You should work for your spirituality. Only then you will be able to find a way to liberate yourself. Yeah. So this is one more beautiful chapter Master was explaining about how human body is going to be built. So according to ageless wisdom, so we all learned, right? Whenever we are leaving the body, we will be having three permanent atoms in which all our mental, astral, and physical level of awareness will be stored in them, right? So using those three permanent atoms only, again, whenever we are coming back with another life, our life will be restored to that level. So Master is telling. So on our descent to reincarnate, so these records as one frequency are expressed as a voice which the human soul sounds to build his threefold vehicles. So threefold vehicles is nothing but our physical, astral, mental vehicles. So whatever level we were in the previous lifetime, with the same level, our mental, astral, physical vehicles will be recreated. So all our virtues, all our good behavior, all our wrong things, according to all the wrong things we have done, the respective defects, everything will be loaded back to us. So Master is telling such a great thing here, Masters. So in the esoteric teaching, we read that the human soul first sounds the voice, which while taking the rebirth, which synthesizes in it all the recordings of the permanent atoms. It then passes that voice to the solar angel. The solar angel then adds on it other elements and passes them to the transmitting devas, who are connected with the three permanent atoms. Then the voice re-stimulates and further mobilizes the building devas to build the etheric, emotional, mental bodies with etheric, physical, astral, and mental deva substance. So whenever we want to take a rebirth, so we convey that with the sound seams, and that sound reaches the solar angel. We already learned about solar angel, right? We all have the solar angels. So that reaches the solar angel. Then solar angel validates it and then passes to the transmitting devas. Okay, so there are certain devas available, higher level masters, who actually create our bodies that are needed for our birth here. For each and every human, this is how the bodies will be recreated. So transmitting devas will pass back that to the building devas. Okay, before building devas, it will be passed to the listening devas. After the transmitting devas, the voice goes to the so-called listening devas, who change that voice into mantrams in order to manipulate the four above mentioned deva substances to build the vehicles. So there are four levels, masters. So first, our voice goes to the solar angel, and solar angel passes to transmitting devas, and then after transmitting devas, listening devas it will reach. After listening devas approve it, it goes to the building devas, who build our mental body, astral body, etheric body, and physical body. So this is a great science behind it, masters. That's what master is beautifully explaining us. So this is how we take our bodies. And there is a process again, when our building process is happening, it is not that everything will be created together. So master is telling here, first, our mental body will be created. After that, astral body creation will start. So there are a number of stages for creating all these bodies. So whenever the first mental body creation started, when it reached the second stage, our astral body, emotional body will get created, seems. Once emotional body reaches the second stage, and means mental body by that time reaches the third stage, then the etheric body creation will start, seems. Again, when the etheric body reaches its second stage of creation, then our physical body gets created, masters. So before we take our physical body form, our mental body, astral body, etheric body, this body's creation already started. So mental body by this time reaches the fourth stage. That is when our physical body creation starts happening. So such a great knowledge, great wisdom, right? So this is very beautiful subject master that we need to understand. And we discussed about we have 7 bodies, right? So these are the bodies, master. Physical body, etheric body, emotional, mental body, causal body, spiritual body, divine body. Spiritual body is supra-causal, divine body is nirvanic body. So we are talking about here physical, etheric, emotional, mental body. So why only these 4 bodies? Because we are in this physical world. So in this physical world, only these 4 bodies are related to this lower level. So coming to this casual, spiritual, and nirvanic, those are the higher level bodies, spiritual bodies. So from the casual body, spiritual bodies get started. So that is at the other levels. But here we are taking the physical form, physical shape. So only these 4 bodies will be built here in this physical body, for this physical body. Materialistic ones. Means the other bodies will also be there, but I'm not sure how they will get created. But as it is, as per my understanding, so since it is going to be physical incarnation, so for this physical incarnation, we mainly deal with all these 4. So that is why master is iterating only about these 4 at the moment. Okay, master, such a great information, great knowledge, great wisdom shared by Tarko master about how our body gets created. So we have all these permanent atoms, right? So based upon the permanent atoms, so at what level our mental stage is there? At what level our emotional stage is there? At what level our etheric stage? So based upon these 3, mental body will be created, astral body will be created, etheric body will be created. Based on these 3 states, our physical body takes shape, masters. Because this physical body is a combination of all those. So the most important thing to see here is that the physical body is built after the model of the subtle bodies. So because of those bodies, this physical body is there, master. Not because of the physical body, those are there. So this is very, very important point we need to understand. Even when we discussed in our previous sessions, whenever we are leaving the body, first this physical body gets disintegrated, then etheric body, then emotional body, then mental body. Similarly, while coming down, a mental body gets created first, then emotional body, then etheric body, finally physical body. So, Master is telling another one more beautiful thing. These building devas, after the baby is born, try to repair the bodies whenever a repair is needed, physically, ethically, emotionally, and mentally. So once the bodies got created, if there are any defects, anything to be repaired, so these devas continually work to repair these bodies. They work at all these 4 levels and try to do their best to repair and coordinate and integrate all the bodies. And it is not just one-time activity, master, it is a continuous activity. So throughout our lifetime, these bodies keep repairing, depending upon our progress, our evolution, our understanding levels, our consciousness levels. Again, so Master is telling, when the time comes for the soul to withdraw, his voice gradually withdraws, and the transmitting, listening, and building devas no longer receive energy and commands from the soul. That is when the disintegration of the body begins. So the soul withdraws from the physical body first, then etheric, then astral, then mental body. So slowly, four bodies will get disintegrated. So this is the pattern. First, voice reaches the solar angel, then solar angel approves it, passes to the next level devas who takes care of the birth process, transmitting devas. They also verifies, approves it, and pass it to the listening devas, who will convert that voice into mantrams, so that the respective bodies will gets into different shapes. So that will be taken care by building devas. So that's why master is telling. We know about these abortions, right? So we think maybe 2 months or 3 months, within 3 months we can abort things and all. But you can see now, you can understand, by the time the baby is getting taken physical shape, already the process started long back, and all the four layers are already formed. So it is going to be a very great sin, great disaster if you are going to abort this abortions and all, is what master is telling. So after the human soul incarnate, the human devas who work in the physical, etheric, astral, and lower mental planes continue their work under the control of the solar angel. So they keep continuing working masters. This is one more beautiful thing. The solar Pitrus, nothing but solar angel, continue their work in building the chalice, its petals, and various networks of communication between the centers according to the striving, aspiration, devotion, dedication, and sacrificial service of the human being. So this chalice is nothing but all your good deeds, all your good things, whatever you have so far accomplished in all your previous lifetimes. So all your love, all your compassion, all your great sacrifices, all your peaceful things, all your good things, all your qualities, all your virtues. So all together will be formed as a chalice seems. So they call it as a chalice, which is nothing but combination of all these things, masters. Your beauty, your love, your compassion, your joy. So it reflects everything of you, which is representing a beautiful version of yourself, basically. So this is the work of the solar angel. So the building process starts from the mental plane and extends to astral, etheric, and physical planes. So after the birth, there was work on the physical vehicle to make it reach maturity according to the lines of growth of subtle bodies. Then these devas work to repair the body so that the body is lost according to the purpose of the human soul. So their work is not getting ended only when we take the birth masters. So these devas keep working for us continuously to make any changes, any repairs, any adjustments according to our growth. So that is why it is very important doing the righteous things each and every time, each and every moment. Think righteous thoughts, feel righteous things, emote righteously, righteous emotions. Don't cling on to negative emotions, and do righteous things, so that automatically you will be evolved to the greatest level. If you do wrong things, evil things, accordingly your body also will get affected. So they will adjust your mental plane, your mental body, your astral body, your etheric body. Then those reflects in the physical body. So if you are seeing any illness in your physical body, it is not that it has come on that moment itself. No, it has started from long back. It started reflecting in the mental plane, astral plane, and etheric planes. After that, slowly it was reflecting in your physical body. Similarly, if you start working upon your all these levels and you put so much effort so that you will be able to come out of it. So it reflects first in those planes. After that, you'll be able to see the result, the effect, the transformation on your physical body afterwards. So there is a very much great science available, masters. So as we already learned, right? This body, we think that we don't have to care much. But this body is very, very important for all of us, masters. To do anything in this physical world, we need this body. So that is why it is very, very important how we keep our temple clean, pure, beautiful. We have to keep our bodies pure, clean, beautiful. So it is a everyday activity. So we have to take care of our body. We have to make it happy, healthy. Yeah, masters. Yeah. So let us pause the discussion here. We'll continue tomorrow again. Thank you, masters. Hope you are able to understand today's session. Such a great topic master has given to us. Thank you all. If you have anything to share or anything to ask, any clarifications, you can ask masters. Thank you, masters. Thank you, madam. Thank you all masters for your messages. Yeah, it is the wisdom of Tarko master. I'm just sharing. I'm also like you all masters. It is not my wisdom. It is the wisdom of Tarko master. So we are all grateful for Tarko master, definitely.
It's certainly new food for thought, I must say. So something to be aware and something. Yeah, I've never really come across this. So yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Certainly, even I am not aware of this before. I was thinking, but I was under impression that with our own soul strength, we are building our bodies is what I was under impression so far. But after reading this chapter, I realized I know to certain extent, definitely there is some help from the masters, but I don't had clear idea how this is getting, how the bodies are getting built, how the body has such kind of intelligence.
Mm.
We ourselves cannot even understand it. But this revelation, this chapter has really helped me to understand what is the fascination behind it, how much great science, great spiritual science is there behind our bodies, basically.
I mean, something feels right. Something, it feels, um, it feels deep and precious, but I can't
Yeah,
digest
yeah,
it. So because I'm hearing it for the first time, so I'm aware of the
yeah,
different
yeah.
bodies, but I didn't realize the build up of the building of the human bodies and how it was so linked. But yes, I think I need to revise. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, it is interesting, but it's very heavy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, first time we are hearing, definitely we feel heavy. but that is the truth, definitely. So we have to adjust our understanding to that, and in fact we can relate that in our life, and we can understand how fascinating it is really. Thank you very much, madam. Okay, masters, if nothing else, then we are good to close the session. Thank you all once again. Happy night, all of you. Dhanyavad. Shubhratri.
Dhanyavad. Shubhratri.
Shubhratri.
Shubhratri. Yes. Good night.
Good night. Shubhratri.
Shubhratri.